what's on the track. BOS on the track.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
And shame. 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 Y'all played that game when y'all was kids, right? Y'all played that game. How y'all doing? Welcome to Mrs.SheSaid. Shame Sunday. You ready? You ready? You ready? I know what it is. Shame. It is a painful feeling of distress, humiliation caused by the consciousness of wrong and foolish behavior. Shit is inside. Shame. If you can't feed your baby, then don't have a baby. If you can't feed your baby, then don't have a baby. Stop playing. It's a goddamn shame. Give y'all a minute, let that shit sink in. Ear Dialogue is in the building. Welcome, welcome. Armin Oz is in the building. How you doing, love? Mr. He Said is on the ones and twos. I appreciate you. Take Heed is in the building. Appreciate you. Bronze Flat Power God is in the building. Johnny Blaze is in the building. Vaughn Eric is in the building. Walaikum salam, brother. Red Lipstick Vibes, where the vibe is always positive and sometimes petty, just a little bit, you know. Got to get there sometimes. Great Pill Podcast is in the building. How you doing? All right, now, I appreciate y'all pulling up and popping in on Shame Sunday. It's going to be a tragic but good one. You know how it go. We don't like to see what we got to see, but you got to see it. I see it. I've been seeing it. We've been knowing it. But over here, you get a view. You get a view. You're going to get a little knowledge today if you didn't know. You better ask somebody. My name is Mrs.SheSaid. And I don't play.
You might too much. 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 Too much. You might too much. Too much. You might too much. You might too much. Too many crabs in a barrel, but I'd rather hang around family and battle. It's too much, too many dripping in sauce, and I ain't hating on nobody, they can get lost. It's too much, trying to help a nigga out. The only thing they care about is internet cloud. It's too much, niggas sounding like each other and they all dead wrong, they don't even get along. Too much, you might, too much, you might, too much, you might, too much, you might. Too much, you might, too much, too much, you might, too much, too much, you might, too much, you might, too much drip, you might slip, 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 too much.
Your mother was a whore.
My mother was a whore.
Your whore mother.
I am here to do some good old-fashioned slut shaming. Yeah!
Up in the way, cause I don't play clown. Book, take that with you on the way down. Up in the way, cause I don't play clown. Book, take that with you on the way down.
I've been in this game for years. It made me an animal.
And what I'm trying to explain to you, ladies and gentlemen, is the real world that our children live in, not the ideal one that we want them to live in, not this wonderful world that we pray that will come here one day, but the real world that they have to live in. You want to know why they're acting so crazy? You want to know why they're doing the things that they're doing? Because we have not prepared them to live in this real world. We have sent them through 12 years of school teaching them this dumb stuff that doesn't work, and when they go out and try to apply it and get killed for it, we are not there.
Me an animal. I eat a fake motherfucker like a cannibal. And I don't even understand how he got that far. Cause every time he write a rhyme, it's about his goddamn car. You know the top 10 hottest in the fucking game? Well, 8 of them niggas fucking lame. It's a fucking shame how y'all put them on a pedestal. But I figure you ain't got nothing better to do.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Figure you ain't got nothing better to do. Listen. Welcome again, y'all. Mrs.SheSaid is back again for another Shame Sunday. Goodness gracious. It's always something. But I think today this information is needed and necessary. We need to wake up, rise up, wise up. It is time to lead. Stop playing. Shame. It's a painful feeling of humiliation or distress caused by the consciousness of wrong and foolish behavior. All I can do is wake you up, make you a little bit more conscious of what's going on around you. It's a motto in our house. Be conscious of your surroundings, huh? Over 20 years of that. If you can't feed your baby, then don't have a baby. Michael Jackson. Shout out to MJ. Rest in peace. You'll be always crying. Stop that doggone crying. We're doing a whole bunch of stuff. Hustling, stealing, lying. You just want to be starting something. Goodness gracious. But I got some info for y'all today. We're going to talk about it because I'm about protecting the children. And, you know, sometimes people need to wake up and, you know, be pointed out some behaviors that they may not think is foolish and wrong, especially when it comes to these kids. You know what that means, right? If you cannot feed your babies, don't have no baby. Don't continue to have babies that you cannot feed. Do you understand that? In the 80s, a lot of music we have been surrounded around gives a lot of messages. Today, music is crap, bullshit, whorish. It's disgusting. And our children are growing up to it. We've had some horrible music when we were growing up, right? But we also had some vegetables. It's always some good stuff out there. And I don't know if you guys know a Michael Jackson song. You want to be starting something. It's a very Good song. Check out those lyrics. It's very informative. A lot of lessons for ladies over the years, but we act so naive to what has been happening. So I opt for canceling Mother's Day. Cancel that shit. Cancel it. Cancel Mother's Day. I said it more than once on a couple of my social media platforms. Women don't like to hear that shit. Good mothers don't care, I've noticed. But there's pushback. I shouldn't have to explain. Just because you give birth does not make you a quality good mother. Every mother ain't a good mother. You all don't deserve a trophy. You don't deserve a card, flowers, fucking balloons, none of that shit. Praise, a call. It is what it is. Those children you neglected, those children you just tried to do what you thought was best, they grow up. This is what you need to be clear about. The reality of things, okay? Those little babies, those little trophy purses that you walk around with, that you call your children, that you parade around in society on all these social media platforms, they grow up. And they're pissed the fuck off. Some of you may be in the chat, sending you some love and light, because everybody ain't have a good mother. And that shit needs to be a reality, and it needs to be a conversation. And then we consider the people who have lost really good mothers. It's a battle when Mother's Day come creeping around. You don't consider that. So some of the corporations in our society have sent out mass emails. I'm not sure if you guys have gotten any, but they are considering having people opt out of getting any type of, propaganda for Mother's Day because it's triggering. Of course, they've received, emails from people stating it. I'm sure, right? So if enough people say it, they're going to consider it. But we have people in our society who get upset because this is happening. Cancel Mother's Day? Are you crazy? All the work that I do, this, that, and everything else. No empathy, no consideration for everyone. Fuck a 1 day a year parade. Appreciate me every day as your mother. Consider me every day as your mother. So we create this 1 day affair where even bad mothers get accolades, get put on a pedestal, expect gifts, expect phone calls. But to sit down and have a conversation of accountability or self-reflection of how you grew up, they're offended. Absolutely. It's a small select few of mothers who can sit back and take that shit, who can listen and endure their children saying, hey, you made some bad decisions. You put me in some places that may have caused me some harm, emotionally, physically, psychologically. You didn't care about my education. There's a lot of griefs. There's a lot of excuses that children that are now adults can have. They can tally it up. I want to read something to you guys. Shout out to everybody pulling up and popping in. We got to talk about these kids. And in talking about these kids, that means parents and grown people need to grow up. All of this, you still a little kid, they're still young, 20, 21. You grown. That's grown. Y'all play too much with the reality of this shit. Okay, so this article has been adapted from the Samuel Rubin lecture by Miss Eldman, and it was delivered at the Columbia University School of Law on November 27th, 1984. Okay? The data, public benefits programs, and tax laws are described as they were in the fall of 1984. The lecture was part of a program established by Samuel Rubin Foundation at the Columbia University School of Law to promote advancement of liberty and equality through law. So in this document, it's just some information. All right, I'm going to read it to y'all. Just a little bit, okay? It's very pivotal. Status of children in the 1980s. Children in America are in trouble. Over 13 million of them, 21.7% of all American children, lived in poverty in 1983. No other age group approaches this poverty rate. The rate was significantly higher for Black children, 46.3%, and for children under the age of 6, 25%, or living in female-headed households, 55.4%. Not only children formerly defined as poor are endangered, many additional millions of children live in families on the economic margin. In good years, they hover above the poverty line, struggling to make do, and in bad years, they relapse into what we formerly call poverty. Often, these children are living with their mothers alone. The median wage for women in this country is barely above the poverty line. In many ways, these families have been the hardest hit by economic instability and irrational cutbacks in federal programs. Poverty was increasing before President Reagan took office, but as a result of the economic recession, an uneven recovery and unjust budget cuts and economic policies, poor American children are more likely today to suffer death and sickness, hunger and cold, abuse and neglect, and be left alone without adequate child care than they were 4 years ago. They are less likely to be born with adequate prenatal care, to be immunized, to have access to preventive health and dental care, or to receive supplemental education services. Almost 9 million American children have no known regular source of health care. This was in 1980. 1984, this lecture happened. Does it look any different now? Does it look any different now, in your opinion? What do you think? What do you think about that lecture, how they spoke of our children? These are our children. They're adults now. Here I am. Here I am. On that poverty line, below that poverty line, growing up. Yeah, here I am. Absent parents, complete absent father, mother who was absent because she had to work, plenty of jobs, menial jobs, but very present and conscious. And I'm grateful. And when we look at our almost 19-year-old child now, we consider, imagine you walking around with 3 little babies right now, because that was my mother's reality. So times have changed. Again, we're about breaking those cycles. Not only did we break it on my mother's side, my father's side too. It's amazing. But this is sad to come across this article when I was preparing for today. If you know anything about the Children's Defense Fund, they've been collecting money for our kids forever. Okay, in 2022, they grossed over $7 million. Where's this money for the children? This is 40 years of money. Where the children protected? They're not protected here. They're not protected here. The same thing that was happening in this 1984, still happening in 2024. Shout out to America. Goddamn shame. So opting out of Mother's Day is where I'm at with it. Because in 40 years, we didn't learn our lessons. In 40 years, we're still pointing the finger of blame to other people and other things and the system. And no, man, ladies, it's our job to educate. It's our job to teach the young girls, especially the ones that we create, the foolishness before us, the foolishness of my mother, your mother, the aunties, grandma. We teach them that shit in order for them to not repeat it. We see where it led them, especially the ones in poverty, especially the ones who came from the shit, who grew up in the shit. meaning the dysfunction, the neglect, the lack of care, the lack of concern. We know what it looks like. So that's what it brought me to today. We're going to talk about this DCF system. I'm going to give y'all some views of some bad parents, because when people consider the abuse part of abusing your children, they always think physical, starving them and physically harming them. There's so much more. There's so much more. The neglect causes a lasting effect as well. Okay? These kids go in and out of the system, and they still get to go back to mommy later, and mommy is forgiven. It might not even the conversation may not even be had. It's amazing. And we're still here 40 years later. So ladies, the privileges and the provisions set forth for us, they kind of ruining it, because we're not learning lessons. We're not teaching. We're mad about the Roe versus Wade being turned over. We shouldn't want our young girls going out into society, aborting and just murdering fetuses by any whim, popping all kinds of Plan Bs and such. That's not knowledge and wisdom at all. Definitely is an understanding. So this shit need to turn around. I got some videos. It might be some cussing and stuff. You know, like I said, you know, this 80s was me. This was my family. We grew up in this. Absolutely had some neglect going on. I grew up walking around blind till I was 11 years old. My glasses are thick as hell. I cannot see. This is how I see. You wonder where my consciousness come from. God damn it. I ain't get glasses till I was like 11. I was walking around this world blind. I can see clearly now. The rain is
Okay.
wow. Let me tell you, but it has made me a more intuitive person. People talk about all this intuition and yeah, I had to literally pay attention to the way people walked. I knew my brothers or certain people walking from down the street. Like, it was just so many things, a voice from far away. So my keen hearing is amazing. So there's a lot of pros to that. You know, I don't hold any blame, or I'm not bitter about it, but it just made me conscious, you know? So when our children were little, making sure they can see, you know, doing little tests with them and things like that, you know, just being on it, you know. It took a 5th grade teacher to notice all the way up to 5th grade. I used to have to imagine that view sitting in the back of the class. I had to go up, and she was the first one during a parents-teacher conference to say, I think you might need to take her to get some glasses, have her vision checked. So shout out to Dr. Sprott. She was after. So, you know, just receiving that information, and my mother took heed to the message, and she actually made an appointment and took me in, and it was amazing, you know, seeing for the first time clearly at 11. You know, so imagine the bullying, the, you know, teasing and stuff like that. Words, man, they can hurt. But I was used to it. Shout out to my brothers for, you know, bullying me at home. So when I went outside, I didn't have to deal with that. Didn't stress me as much as most children. So it, growing resilience was definitely a plus. But that was just a view of, you know, we all dealt with some things. You wouldn't think that that was a form of negligence. But to some degree. So I got another video about this opting out of the Mother's Day. Let's take a listen.
If we women didn't need another reason to throw up in our mouth, did you know that companies like Fry's Food, K Jewelers, Hallmark, DoorDash, Nespresso, Levi's, Ancestry.com, MAC Cosmetics, Stitch Fix, and Bye Bye Baby are wanting to do away with Mother's Day and sending out emails for their customers to opt out of Mother's Day related emails because it is such a triggering, trying time for people. You guys, they are trying to destroy the family. It is disgusting. Watch where your dollars are going.
They're bad. They're mad. The audacity. What do you guys think about that? The email. If you want to keep Mother's Day in your family, do that. You know, if someone shouts it out loud, don't get offended. They may have had a bad mother. They may be a bad mother. I'm just saying, you got to consider that. But you women get really big mad. Let somebody say cancel Father's Day. It would be like, yeah, because he ain't no good, no shit, this and that, la, la, la. Y'all know the routine. Y'all know the talking points. It's crazy, though. You'll be always crying. Stop that doggone crying. It's real. We have not been on our job, ladies, mothers. We have not been on our job. That article I read was 40 years ago. We're still not teaching our girls about sex. We're still not teaching them about their vaginas and penises and testicles and how it all works. Harmonize chimed in. You be always trying to stop that child crying, hustling, thieving, lying. My baby's slowly dying.
Okay.
You know how I feel about this filicide. I talk about it all the time. I talked about it a lot last year. A lot of deleted babies at the hands of their mother, their parents. Y'all be one to talk about that. Insidious. But I'm going to talk about it. And I think Mother's Day should be canceled this year. And if you got a good wife and a good mother, she wouldn't fucking care. Because she's appreciated all year. Ooh, that was kind of a rhyme. Bars. But that's what I used to do. Do the things that's expected of you. Consider me at times. That's the reward. Because it's hard for them. They think, they're just entitled because they're your damn child. You're supposed to just do whatever and love them indefinitely. Can't say no. Not over here. So I'm telling her about my show tonight. She says, so you saying you don't want no Mother's Day gift? I said, have I ever stressed it? I'd rather you get up, make me some pancakes and a bowl of fruit. I don't care about that. I know y'all appreciate me and love me. Oh, yeah. Shout out to my moms. She know I love her. I called and said, Mom, Mother's Day is canceled this year. She said, oh, okay. It's like, so, when you get some pushback, I'm like, oh, what kind of person are you? I have to consider, rethink what I thought about you. I don't need no parade. This is the job I came into. I created. I chose consciously, right? My body, my choice. My body, my choice. You choose to create. It's your goddamn responsibility. And y'all ain't been being responsible 40 years and we still looking like this. 40 years and we still looking like this. 40 years and we still looking like this. Where the fucking money at? Where the money at? Huh? I looked them up. I had to look it up. The Children's Defense Fund. Where's the defense for the children? I've been asking for 2 years. Where are the children protected?
Shame on you.
Where are they truly protected?
Shame on you.
Where are they genuinely protected? Some aren't even protected in the womb. Since 1973, we had 19 million abortions in the Black community alone.
Okay.
It's a lot. Those are nations. Shout out to Sir Hale Speaks in the building. Appreciate you pulling up and popping in, brother. Sadly, Mother's Day is canceled. It's canceled this year. Mothers need to get their shit in order. They need to grow up and take accountability for the lack thereof of the last 40 goddamn years. The last 40 years, sir. Okay? The status of children in the 1980s. It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. And when I say wake up, wise up, rise up, and it's time to lead, something wrong with me? Something wrong with me. When I'm pointing at the shameful, foolish things that are going to create horrible futures for our children. Fuck y'all. I don't care about y'all. I don't care if you get a husband. I don't care if you get a wife. I don't care if you have a baby after 35. I really don't care. I care about the children. I care about them young people who are growing up foolish as hell. You have young women out here talking about how many deletions they still and popping Plan B like it's Tylenol. Mothers, that is foolish. Now, if anything, go to the Planned Parenthood and get all the information and provide it to the child. Provide it to the young adults. Take them there. They have classes. They have abundance of resources. They have so much knowledge that you can start at 11 taking them in there to get some information, not to just take them in to get an abortion, not to just take them to get contraceptives when they're already doing it. That's our fault. That's our fault. We know better. We know better because we women. We know better. We got our friends, our mothers, our aunts, our grandmothers who got 10 litters with 5 different men. Grandmothers. We talking about the early 1900s. It was a different time, but we're still behaving that way. What's going on? Y'all playing. And we keep wanting to point the finger. Nah, y'all got to sit in this shit. Cancel Mother's Day. Cancels Mother's Day. And if you're a good mother, you don't fucking care. How about that? Let me show you what mothers is doing now. They taking their babies to fucking concerts and shit. That's what they doing. Let's see that. This ain't no Fran Fest outside family event. This is an Ashanti concert. What's going on at the security door? She shouldn't even, if she's working, she shouldn't be working in there with them babies. Too many provisions. How she even get in? I got so many questions. Who's she looking for? Where's she going? All the men is looking at her like, what the hell? You saw their heads? Y'all seen this video before? But the women is, that be me. She probably looking for her baby daddy. All the comments. That's right. My babies is going with me everywhere. Okay. How many babies can say they saw a Ashanti concert at 1 or 4? Because she had 2 babies with her, one in a carrier and one walking behind her. Smokey in there. A trampede can happen. Okay. A stampede. I said a trampede. Come on. Y'all know what them concerts be. Listen, it's inappropriate. I would say it's negligent. But we have women who parade this shit, who champion that shit, think that shit okay. In any way, shape, or form. No place for a baby. No place for little people. We do a lot of dumb shit. At least she teaching her the business. Girl, that's right. Teach her to be an entrepreneur. Science was that? Cancel Mother's Day for all of them. Because all of them going to get some charges. Y'all know that? Foolish. I would say stupid and dumb. I'm trying to be nice. Very foolish. We act clueless to the laws. We act clueless to the regulations of what's right and wrong, especially when it comes to our goddamn children. So your 7, 9, 10, 16-year-old should be waxing grown people. It's absolutely illegal state-wise, right? It's illegal. They don't even have a license, an esthetician license. So it's a lot of fines, a lot of, breaking regulations going on in here. Mother. Now your ass in jail. Hopefully you got somebody that can take care of that child, preferably their father. But every last woman that got up on them tables and cocked their damn legs open and let that child wax them, you bitches need to go to fucking jail. Unacceptable. The audacity. How could you even be comfortable with the baby being in the fucking room? Shameful shit.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
But I'm wrong for pointing it out. This is where we at. Can't tell a mother she wrong. Can't tell a mother, stop doing that shit to that baby. Stop talking to that baby like that. Smack that baby one more time, see what happened. Because they bold as shit out here. They will show you. They will purposely show you this is my child and I can handle them how the fuck I want to. This is how bold they are out here in this city. We want to talk about care. There's no care. There's an extreme lack of care here. So the Children's Defense Fund, where the money at? What is it doing? What is it helping? Even with them having medical coverage, they ain't getting to the doctor. Y'all want Mother's Day gifts? The fuck? Just creating litters of children still to this day. And to me, it's shameful. We don't got no sense still. We're not telling our daughters. Now we're telling them all the bad things about men, but not preparing them, giving them some context on how to move and keep their fucking legs closed. Because there's consequences. There's effects to it. Okay? It's not going to go in your favor. Okay? The fantasy land, the delusion, you liking this guy so much, it's just amazing. And instead of educating them, we champion they nigga shit. We go right along with it. We want to be down with our kids, be their friend. It's cool. It's cool, bro. It's cool, bro. Y'all want fucking Mother's Day gifts and you got your baby calling you bro. You got to be kidding me. I hear it all the time. All the time. Grown people. Y'all call your mothers bro. And mothers, y'all allow it. Call me anything other than mommy, mother, my, or my government name. You can't call me Mrs.SheSaid too. It's a problem. There's no order, ladies. You heard that 55.4% back in the 80s. I wonder how many single mother-led homes there are now. 40 years fucking later. You think it increased or it got less? Huh? What y'all think? Ooh, child. In your hey love. How you doing? How you doing? Thank you for pulling up and popping in. Army vet. How you doing? If we could separate Mother's Day and change it to only if you're a wife day, I wonder who would give pushback, men or women. Hey now, the big pictures in the building. Y'all know if you're in Mrs.SheSaid's page, #shame, so Nightbot can drop your link so we can all support each other. And if you're in Conscious Parenting page, please #LIA so your link can be dropped. Appreciate y'all for pulling up and popping in. Again, back in the 80s, foster care. I always got to throw that out there. When mothers, when women try to throw this parade of their excellence and shit, their ability to never do fucking wrong. Our foster care system is packed. We can't blame the men if you didn't require marriage and you allowed a baby to come out of you. No, it doesn't make it better, but require something. Have a motherfucking standard, some boundaries, something. This foolishness cannot continue to go on, ladies, women. We have too many resources, too many provisions set in play for us. For our daughters to be having all kind of abortions and taking these Plan Bs and without the knowledge. Why y'all not giving them the knowledge and then dragging them to go get one? Books. The Idiot Box has so much information, child-friendly information about fertilization and ovulation and getting your period and the difference of way the period blood looks, what's happening to your body, how it feels, what you're going to go through. Knowing how to be selective, that the vagina has muscle memory. Yeah. Soul ties, vagina memory. Playing too many games with our lives, with our young girls' lives, and we want to blame the men. You give a man access, he gonna take it. Takes a different quality kind of man to, to say no. And there's some out there. Shout out to y'all niggas. But you hear them. If you don't require a condom, they will put it in. So you have to have the requirement, ladies, ma'am, just say no. Just say no to the dick. Just say no. It's okay. Put it down. Put it back in your pants. Amazon can bring some in the morning, motherfucker. Y'all be doing too much. I'm not blaming you, fellas. If I was a man, I'd stick my dick in every last one of y'all if you let me. Like that. But this is the mentality of our women. We hate y'all so much because y'all do that. We want to be y'all, and we are y'all now. Shout out to the whore posse. Y'all out there. Y'all like it. Don't be mad because I say it. You doing it. How you mad because I'm saying it? You enjoying it, huh? How's it a bad thing if you're enjoying it and you're not mad about it? Huh? You so fucking proud? Huh? Proud about it. This is our young women now. I watch them outside, your little fucking 9 and 10-year-olds. I wish I knew where you were because I'll come knock on your fucking door and let you know. Every time your baby come outside, they put their phones on the floor and they doing all that sexy TikTok shit. Do you know? Do you know what your babies are doing when they outside, when they ain't in your view? Huh? Because you tell a mother something wrong with her child, she doing something wrong, they ain't gonna believe it. They gonna fight back, push back, offended. Now you saying I'm a bad mother. Yeah, bitch. I am. How about that? Why we can't be raw like that? No more. Because when I was growing up, that's how it was. Either they were going to take you in and teach you something, and if you didn't want to get these lessons, bitch, we going to chew you out. You a bad mother. We not playing that over here. Now I'm going to help you out. And if you don't take heed to this message, it's going to be a problem. The mothers of the past didn't play. Well, when I was growing up, I don't know about the 60s. I grew up in the 80s. In this time, in this disaster, in this poverty land. No father having ass. I grew up in that shit. And I have many of my friends who cannot speak up for them fucking selves. They couldn't speak up for themselves when they was going through it. I watched it firsthand. And they will still be on this floor begging to see their mama. And mama wasn't shit. I understand it. I absolutely understand it. It amazes me. Shout out to Mona D. How you doing, love? I appreciate you pulling up and popping in. Welcome to Shame Sunday. If you can't feed your baby, then don't have a baby. 40 years, y'all. 40 years. I'm 47. I was right into the disaster of all that shit. Where is the Children's Defense Fund money? Where's the money? 2022, they made about $7 million. Where the money at? Kids in Baltimore City ain't getting none. They rec centers ain't getting none. Think they doing some rebuilding, but it ain't come from the Children's Defense Fund. Where that money go? I know them kids is rolling around in all kind of Teslas, drunk as hell, crashing up, creating vehicular manslaughter, and they get the slap on the wrist. It's a different world. It's a different world. So my passion comes from those children who have never had an advocate for them, who have never been able to advocate for themselves, and the ones that are coming up in your fucking care right now, and they can't say shit. They think what you're doing is okay. They think what you're doing is right. They eat noodles and Takis all fucking time and fake ass bologna and shit. Them Lunchables have been recalled. Throw them away. If you have the Lunchables in your goddamn refrigerator, throw them away. Stop feeding them shits to your damn kids. So when you hear a mother say something like that, it sounds like I'm shaming. No, I'm telling you to feed your children healthy shit because it's better for their future. How do you not get that? I don't understand it. Because when you go to the WIC program, they give you all this knowledge. They give you a lot of information. I've been there. I'm telling you. Planned Parenthood been there. The information is in abundance. Are you utilizing it? This is my thing because it's here. It's been here. We've not been utilizing it because our women are stupid as hell. We out here still foolish, giving away to any and everybody, not worried about the STDs. Mothers is competing with their goddamn daughters at this point. Hey, baby girl. Tiana's in the building. Baby. Baby girl. Child. Got to give them the knowledge so they can make better decisions than we did, than our mothers did, than our aunties did, than our friends did. Some of our grandmothers. We ain't going to act like this ain't been happening. So we bring it up. We have to make it a discussion, ladies. Grow some fucking ovaries. We're going to have to change this wording around. I'm about tired of y'all with y'all shit, bro. Sis. Ma'am. Mother's Day is canceled. Tiana has our God baby. Tiana, we canceling Mother's Day. She's a good mother. She ain't gonna care. She might, so what? Don't care about that. Serpent X is in the building. How you doing? Appreciate you pulling up and popping in. Mother's Day is canceled. If you're a good mother, you wouldn't care. But we got to get to a point, good mothers, we got to start pointing out these bad ones. The foolishness needs to stop. DCF, CPS is packed. Man, their jobs are overloaded. You see it, you know it. Okay? Shout out to the caseworkers who try to do the best they can, but you have some caseworkers as lazy as fuck. They don't do none of the casework, and the kids wind up dying in care. It's a reality. Y'all don't like to hear the shit, but it's a reality. Not all foster homes are good. It has not been a good resource for our children. My mother's a product of it. Yeah, she wasn't treated fucking well. A lot of the kids we know who were in foster care were not treated well. We know this. 40 fucking years. We know it. We know it. We know it. Plausible deniability. Stop it. I think I say that shit so much in my goddamn comments because I'm tired of you women. Y'all say the same shit and it still sound dumb as hell. Y'all have to rewind and watch yourself sometimes. It's getting really bad. It is. Shout out to the men for being tolerant for constantly hearing the same thing from a multiple of different fucking women, and then they talk about Yeah, so like I said, the kids grow up. We grow up. So these 80s babies who were neglected and, sent in foster care and stuff. So that was my mother. My mother was a product of the foster system. And she said to us that was her purpose, to not have her children taken away. And in the ending of my father's years, his purpose was to make sure we knew him. Like I said, his mama had 10 kids, 5 baby daddies. I didn't know a grandpa. You add that up. So his purpose was to, at least we knew him. We know he was good. He was a cool dude, in my opinion, you know. Child, but we getting back to these mothers. Mothers is doing too much, but the kids grow up, y'all. You know, they grow up, and I think this is the delusion that I think women are in. These babies don't stay babies forever. Most of them, when they're about 40, like, I wish they could have stayed a baby longer. And I'm like, no, they're gonna keep growing up. They growing up next week. Yeah, be ready. Something new. Yeah. So all of y'all, the majority, please grow up. Grow up. It's real life. These little creatures grow up. These little humans grow up. These little people grow up. They grow up. They're not your little baby, your little boo-boo, your little pumpkin, your little stinker. It's a lot of lessons. And it starts with educating our girls. And we have not been doing that. That's why they shut the abortions down for y'all. Just saying. Every circumstance is different. You know, not saying, listen.
Has anyone else noticed that when an adult child chooses to not have a relationship with a parent, it's always, but she's your mom, but he's your dad. You only have one dad, you only have one mom. And it's never, wow, what could a parent do to cause their child to make this decision? Or it's never, but they're your children. How could you treat your children that way? Why is it that the responsibility of the relationship is placed on the child?
What do y'all think? Get that a lot. I mean, and just with family, right? Blood is thicker than water. Well, you know, that's just how your cousin is. You know, that's how your sister is, man. You know, that's how your brother is. You gotta love him. You gotta love him. I gotta keep accepting disrespect. Mona D. No contact is heavy. It's heavy. Can you imagine having that with your babies? So I think the self-reflection comes in of knowing situations like that. You've come across people, I can't stand my mother. Well, what had happened? What? She did that? Didn't take care of y'all? Just the neglect and things like that. Things you wouldn't think. Because when I'm in some of these women's comments, you know, trying to hold them accountable, they tell me to go look for the kids who being hit and starved. That's what they tell me. Worry about the kids being hit and starved, bitch, hoe. This is what they say to me when I say, you know, it's a little inappropriate, you know, dressing your child like that. And, you know, just prepare to be a little bit more conscious and, you know, educate her about the reproductive system. I mean, I really come on some knowledge shit. I don't come on, no, you bitch, you shouldn't have. I don't do none of that. And that's what I got back. What I get back. You mammy, you pick me. You mammy, you pick me. She got real mad when I said, well, damn, it's a shame that I love your fucking kids more than you love your children. I love your children more than you love your children. How do you not take some type of critique? There's critique everywhere in every fashion form in life. Now, when it comes to your children, consciously, mothers, you have to do better. You have to do better than what you did yesterday. You have to do better than what you did last month. You have to do better than what the fuck you did last year, because they're growing up and their consciousness wakes up sometimes before yours. And some of our children try to hold us accountable. Some of them are pretty truthful. Are you listening? Are you listening? At the time, are you fucking listening? Because when they grow up, they remember you wasn't listening. So many things happen on your watch. Okay? None of the excuses will excuse your behavior. No. Sometimes you're going to come across some people who have boundaries. Yeah, no, not on my fucking watch. Unacceptable. There was no excuses that woman could give me for taking that baby, those 2 babies in the fucking Ashanti concert. But all the women in the comments, I'm talking thousands. I mean, they loved it. Oh, yes, amen. Taking my baby. That's right. You going with me, boo-boo. Mother's Day is canceled. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a mother to tell a mother. See the response.
We gotta
Let's see
find
what
somebody
the
who's down for hers, man. All these girls sipping, man. Who you think fit the category? Category.
Messed up. Those men's vibe was messed up. They said, this is wild. I ain't noticed, babe, since she had one in the belly.
You can't make this shit up.
One in the belly, one in the carrier, and one tugging behind. But let me ask you this, okay? Because it's a public place. Some crazy man just run by. I'm going to extend the goalposts. Some man just come by and snatch the baby that's in her hand, towing behind her and starts running. Yeah, she's going to expect everybody else to save the motherfucking day. You think she's going to be able to run pregnant with the baby in the carrier? I mean, we are kind of super women. I ain't even going to front sometimes when it comes to those babies, but safety, no caution, the noise, the smoke, the people, that's just too much. Kids need to be home, but that's just my opinion. But I'm a good mother, not self-proclaimed. Tiana chimed in, just because they make those grown-ass clothes for kids does not mean you have to buy it. I seen a pregnant lady and her kids at a Freaknik party. And that's our baby girl. She in Georgia. Tiana is 29. Yep. Yeah, going up fast, man. Yeah. Whoo, child. And I think that is the message that I send to parents. Those babies grow up. They grow up, okay? And they're going to have a perception of their upbringing. Okay, be ready for the questions. Be ready, like, who's my daddy? The fuck?
So for Mother's Day this year, I asked my son to just forget about it altogether and just pretend that it's not even a holiday, and I just want to eat food and stay home and be left alone for Mother's Day. And I'm pretty sure that's what all mothers want on Mother's Day, but we have to do all this performative stuff, right? Like, we got to go to fucking brunch, we got to spend time with the family, the kids ready. We got to do all the work that we hate doing on the day that we shouldn't have to do it. So I'm not going to do anything. Mother's Day is canceled this year for me. That's the gift that I want. Thank you.
Right? That's me. Not to that extent, but shit. That's what laying back. I go play these ladies, Some women have that all fucking year. Some of y'all have that all year, you lazy broads. Your children tell me. I mean, that's the crazy shit. They're very transparent. So when I showed you last week how these kids go to school and they tell these teachers, they be like, don't tell, better not tell the parent, better not tell the teacher. What happens at home stays at home. That's why we have 40 years of our women being molested by your motherfucking stepdaddy, your brother, or somebody. Speak up. Wise up, rise up, and lead. The fuck? Disaster, 40 years. I mean, come on. I was 15 at my first goddamn stripper baby shower. Y'all got crazy over the years. Strippers at the baby shower. I was 15. 47.
Shame. Shame.
I looked at my friend like, wait, I thought this was a baby shower. Where did the carpenter come from?
His
whore.
We already shouldn't be having no babies. You see what I'm saying? Champion the nigga shit. I love the mamas. But some shit, it's just like it happened, so here we are. No, bitch, you're supposed to educate them We don't want them having babies at 15, 16, 17, 18. And the knowledge needs to be given in order for that to happen. The knowledge needs to be given. They need to have an abundance of knowledge of self. Who's required to teach them that? But their mama, who has all the same tools. And half of your goddamn DNA. God damn it. Be smarter. Wise up. Without that information, y'all playing with these kids like they toys and shit. They need all the information because the schools ain't giving it to them. I wake up yesterday morning to the Lock Raven School here in Maryland talking about they high schoolers. They had to do a whole bunch of research. And this is from 2022. They had to dig and dive because they went in there and they tweaked all these grades and shit like that. 95% of the children coming out of Lock Raven goddamn high school are proficient. They have no proficiency in fucking math. Mom, mother, ma'am, tutor, do we even know what's going on? Can they come to you and say, I need some help with this? Huh? You know, Dick Gregory taught my mama math back in the day. Shout out Dick Gregory. Used to come on PBS. Teaching the youngsters a lot of knowledge and stuff like that. So he was like a grandpa to me. I ain't had no grandpa. So shout out to him. Judge Mathis is an uncle. You know, you take the good ones. You take the messages that you can reflect on. That's going to create some change, some inspiration, or, you know, a motivating force. Goodness gracious. Shout out to Aaliyah. You know, it's just so much music. Michael Jackson. You feed your baby. And it's more than just having money to feed them because you're feeding them unhealthy. Them little kids with the Takis and all the trash food. Like, we got to do better. We take so much pride in being dysfunctional, ladies. We take so much pride in being neglectful to our children. And when someone critiques, when someone tells you, points it out, your child may even say it. They get in trouble, screamed at, yelled at. It's a problem. You're offended. Oh my God, I birthed this child. How dare you? Giving birth ain't enough. Y'all want a fucking parade for giving birth. Like, stop. It's amazing to me. We cannot keep holding this candle over everybody's fucking head because you gave birth. Because when we start to dig and dive into the details of that fucking birth. Okay. Right, but everybody's different, you know. Some of us got to get stapled and, you know, just, yeah. It's different. You needed a lot of help. This is the provisions that we talk about. Okay. Science. This is the respect. This is the understanding that should be created from just knowing this type of information. All of this stuff wasn't accessible to us, ladies. The freedoms, the privileges, they have been put in place for us to have some type of equality, some type of independence, autonomy of self. You bitches is taking advantage of it to the degree of neglect and lack of care. Ain't no sugar and spice and everything nice no more. Y'all leaving our children with insidious mothers, creating some horrible dynamics for the women of the future.
My whole childhood you talking about yourself, bro.
Right.
And you don't give a
It's not my fault.
I don't care.
You're not going to fault me for that. That's like the magic bullet. I'm not biting
You
the magic
are
bullet.
the only parent in the house,
I'm
bro.
so bound. I'm not
You the
biting the
only
magic
parent in
bullet.
the house. That's why I gotta do this. I gotta do for
brother
my
was
daughter.
murdered, and you're
Bro,
not
you
going to
still
tell me
talking
that I
about
was robbed at
yourself.
gunpoint.
Why? Why are you talking about yourself, bro?
Because you think you're being selfish right now.
How?
Because you're screaming at me. You should respect me.
Let her take a moment. We can have a conversation because the pain. It's pain.
That's her mama. This is what some of the children have to go through. They're gonna grow up. They're going to grow up. You was a bitch. You talked about yourself all the time. You can go check out Karamo and watch that whole episode. It was horrible. Horrible. He comes on twice a day. Sometimes I catch it. Maybe 2 or 3 times a week I might catch him. It's always another mama. It's always somebody else's fault. Plausible deniability. I did what I thought was best, and the children suffer. They suffer. They don't care about your fucking excuses. It didn't excuse your behavior. That's the point. Just own the shit. That's all they want to hear is I did it wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you went through that. I apologize. What can I do to make this better? All she wanted you to stop talking about your fucking self, bitch. Stop talking about yourself. Stop talking about yourself. It's not always about you. It's not always about you. But you ladies are so egotistical. This is the mindset that our children are growing up in. If you didn't hear the article I read earlier, go back to the beginning, and I'm not going to read it again. Listen to it. This is from the 1980s. 55.4% ran single mother homes. Tiana chimed in, won't even listen to what her child has to say. That was a horrible episode. And when I send it to somebody, it's like, we don't know what the mother side is. I don't give a fuck. That baby hurting. We got to always care about what the mother had to go through. We can consider, we can understand, empathize, but is that child getting that? This looks like a similar relationship, huh? To man and woman, how the ladies feel about the man, the inconsiderateness, the lack of care and concern. It's a repeated behavior. Are y'all seeing the cycle, ladies? Y'all need to start seeing the fucking cycle. Tap a friend, tell her to calm the fuck down. Tap your friend, tell her to shut the fuck up. Tap your friend, tell her to feed her babies some healthy goddamn food. Tap your friend and tell her to stop bringing them niggas over to the house while she got kids in there. Tap your friend and tell her to get the fuck off of Kendra. Everybody looking for a goddamn man with all these babies in the house. You got under 15. Get off of Kendra. You ain't got no time. You ain't got no time. Especially if you got daughters, you ain't got no time. You on Kendra starving. Brand new babies, bitches with babies in their bellies. Are you kidding me? And you mad at me because I want to point it out? I'm judging. That's fucking right. Because you're stupid. You don't know what you're getting yourself into. And when the man do something to you, it's their fault. Fuck out of here. Y'all can't be this naive and dumb. And y'all claim y'all the most smartest motherfuckers in the world. You got to be kidding me. Stop. Stop it. Grow up. Grow some ovaries. If y'all even know what they are. Do you know what a cervix is? Do you know? You better get some information and some knowledge and share it with these young girls because they out here fast as hell. They out here sucking dick and wanting to get screwed. And then you want to blame the boy when they do it to them. Grow up. Grow up. They're little humans, okay? It's natural. And with all the influence on here, it's even more natural at 8, 9, and 10. Great Pill chimed in. Now, if that child finds a toxic male and gets abused, then it's her fault. Shaking my head. She already got a daughter. She said, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing for my daughter. So the intricacies of her having a baby daddy and all that other stuff, have no clue. But when the mother doesn't give the knowledge and it's all about the mother, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to navigate through the world when you're so miseducated by your mother. It's your job to educate and teach them. Y'all teach them red flags and don't have no clue what the fuck a good flag is, look like, smell like in a man. And I see more ruckus from a lot of women who had daddies complain. What's up? What's up? You had a daddy. You actually had a good daddy. This is what you say. So when you have a good man, you should know how to treat him and keep him around. You learn how to treat him and keep him around. Shit is amazing. But my daughters learned over here. They learned absolutely how important men are needed and necessary in the history of women, the suffrage, all that shit. And they have a genuine respect for the man, the male figure, all of that. But they still understand to be safe, boundaries, the advocacy, advocating for themselves. These things are hard with girls because we move off emotion. Squirrel. See a handsome guy, infatuated with some boy. Those things happen really quickly. And I meet women now and I try to embrace and talk about their stuff and they shy away from it. I'm like, them girls is growing up. You better start getting comfortable and it can start with me. Let's have the goddamn conversation. When you gonna wait? When you gonna wait? You gonna wait till she finds some boyfriend online? Cause I know you ain't monitoring the phone. And when I start digging and diving, they're not. So we're repeating the same foolishness. Somebody can lure your child. You want your 12-year-old lured somewhere because they're infatuated with some fucking boy because you didn't talk about when you rub your vagina, it tickles a little bit. Y'all better stop playing. You ain't got to get explicit and nasty or none of that. There are appropriate books in the library. The library should be your best friend. Knowledge is power. And I'm learning now, we have my goddaughter is in the chat, 30 years. Oh, 24, young lady upstairs, almost 19 in Madison. Like you cannot be shy about having these conversations about vaginas and penises and breasts and the differences on, conversating about how you grew up and the experiences you went through in childhood. But you cannot make it all about you. It needs to be a learning experience. They need to be able to talk themselves and create context in their own words clearly. Because if something happens to them, you want them to be very clear on what happened. Because when you're not clear, I don't believe you. Ladies, if you cannot be clear about some shit that happened, yeah, I'm probably not going to believe you. I'm sorry, Great Pill. What you say? Said I see the YouTube channel. Question. This is on the channel. I'm scrolling to find the exact episode. When you have time, please send it. Absolutely. Got you. My baby. I used to be the only girl walking around saying vagina because of you. That's right. We ain't play that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, her mama. We got. Oh no, it was her mama. Shout out to Auntie Mo. I love my best friend, but she used to make up names. I think she was calling the breast flowers, and I don't know, maybe poo poo or something for the vagina. I have no idea. But I'm like, what we doing here? We not doing that. We don't want her to grow up and be ashamed of her body. That's what it was. We teaching our women to be shamed of their bodies. You educate them, they won't feel that shame, because the boys, when they go to school, they gonna shame you. Oh, look at her titties, bird seeds, and listen, you go through all of that. School is torture. Okay, if you went through 12 years of school, you were traumatized. Public school, city school, huh? Any kind, some type of, yeah. It's amazing. Just the commute alone is traumatizing. Having to get on trains with the bums at 5:45 in the goddamn morning. Imagine going to middle school. Well, how old are you in middle school? 12? Two buses in the city. Yeah. You got a first class is what? 7:10? We got to get there for breakfast. Remember what I said? We was poverty. Okay. Yeah. We try and get there. No choice. Times are different. Everybody got cars. I got money. I got phones. So the kids is not, but they're still being neglected. They're being neglected. Y'all are being very negligent. Okay. They have the phones. They have the clothes, the fresh haircuts. They get to school and shit on time. But guess what? They ain't being educated. And they're living in your house. How you don't know? Cancel Mother's Day. The fuck? Cancel it. I said it. What Tiana said. Everybody else was saying pocketbook and shit. I was dead ass saying my vagina. That's right. That's right. Shanti's first teacher was able to say it to me, you know. She took me to the side one day and was like, let me just tell you, I commend you and your husband on your daughter. Because what's going on in Shanti, you know, she expressed it, you know, I guess her vagina was itching, whatever it was, but she told her to go to the bathroom and handle it. But she was just like, wow. And this was kindergarten, you know? So yeah, got the shout out. But Cypher, Leah, probably around the same, first grade, got the call and was told about that. So yeah, it's like, yeah, I appreciate that. It's kind of shocking sometimes to teach us some of the stuff that comes out of our kids' mouth. Let's reset the room. If you cannot feed your baby, then don't have a baby. Michael Jackson. It's a shame. It's a shame. Much hasn't changed in 40 years. You know, 55.4% of homes are led by single mothers. What we produce in our society is amazing. You know, they lack creativity, anything outside of social media, you know, because everybody's a motherfucking influencer. It's a different world. But again, we canceling Mother's Day. I'm not playing with y'all. Not playing with y'all. Y'all see what's going on. These kids are angry. They grow up. They grow up. We are 40 years later from this article that I read. Okay. Status of children in the 1980s. 40 years later. Let's see one of my counterparts. It's my brother right here.
These are things mothers.
We trying, man. We trying. You have to be conscious in order to do it, right? You have to understand. Yeah, damn. Shame, shame, shame. I hear a lot of stories about insidious mothers. Some really bad mothers. And again, a lot of people in our society only see abuse as physical beating, starving, constraints, and things like that. Your words hurt. Your lack of words hurt. Children are ignored. They're not fed properly. All of these things are a form of neglect. But for some reason, a lot of these women in this society does not consider that. They want accolades for malnutrition, the obesity that our children have in this fucking country is so upsetting and depressing to me. And again, use the medical industry to make it a problem. We cannot keep saying after 40 years that we're big boned and this is just how our family is. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Introduce them to the fruits and vegetables, like give it to them. We do what's easy. We do what's easy. We do what's easy. Admit it. These kids are 10 years old and 130 pounds. That's a lot. Smaller and bigger than that. I ain't shaming. I'm telling you the goddamn truth. Okay? Y'all doing too much without doing enough.
Somebody told me this, and I know this to be true. Your kitchen is supposed to be your hospital for your family. What kind of hospital your mama gave you? Little babies eating McDonald's fries all week.
I like that. That's a cold saying right there.
It's the truth. Your kitchen is supposed to be the hospital for your family. Your family is strong and healthy because of your kitchen. How many bitches can say that? Who you know that makes sure they take care of their family. I'm not saying there's none who don't.
Right.
But I'm saying most situations in America, your family is raised off garbage. Your kitchen is full of Little Debbie's and motherfucking.
A lot of kitchens is for decoration. Them don't even go in now.
Cancel fucking Mother's Day. I'm talking to you. Talking to you. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Hey, Tara. Welcome. Appreciate you pulling up and popping in. Ciao. So, yeah, we canceling Mother's Day. We took a poll. What's the poll, babe? Poll said yes. You can possibly have it next year. See how we do. But I doubt it. Make no damn sense. Y'all know it exists. Tiana. Can we talk about these new prom dresses for these girls? Lord, child. I wish I had the picture. Is you talking about that yellow one? Little thing? Child. This is crazy what's happening. Mothers, I mean, and then you mad at the boys if they act some kind of way. This is what don't get me. Well, if somebody, disrespects you while you got that on, you naked, ma'am. And this is a high school prom. So young, you so young. We send them out grown ass, sexy ass, whorish looking women like they going on a goddamn porn site looking like Lil Kim, Cardi B, or Megan Thee Stallion. These are who we grew up with. We grew up with the Madonnas. Madonna had the fucking, y'all remember the goddamn pointy? Yeah, we ain't go outside like that. We had a lot of influence of explicitity. Okay? We was the generation of being closed up. The tomboy, right? The big baggy clothes and all that stuff. So it was a little different. We had a couple friends who wore the whorish type clothes, just slightly. Only one. Tiana. We had to bring our prom dresses to school to get them approved before prom. We've been slipping the last 10 years because you almost 30. Nothing got to get approved now. They let them in. They let the woman pregnant with the baby on the front and the baby in the back in the Ashanti concert. I need to smack Ashanti. I'm going to Queens. We got to go to New York. I got to go check her. And she about to have baby Shanti. Why you ain't stopped the concert? I'd have been like, cut the music. Cut it right now. Ma'am, where you going? What you doing? You ain't had no babysitter? It's crazy. Get you an Uber, get the hell out of here. But we champion the nigga shit. And it be the women. Anytime I go to offer some correction or just promote conscious parenting, child, it's always the women with the clap back. Want to clap back. Who you think you is? Ain't nobody got to listen to you. I know, bitch. I absolutely know that. Consider. That's all I'm saying. Because sometimes self-reflection kicks in sometimes without you even realizing it. And it'll smack you in your head. I remember when that bitch, Mrs.SheSaid, said, feed your kids some goddamn apples and take them fucking Takis out their mouth. Start them off on a better foundation than what we had. Just rules. Welcome. Want to be starting something. That's right. If you baby, stop having it. You want to go on cruising and you want to take trips, stop having these babies because you can't do all of that. Who got the baby? Who's going to be with the baby? Y'all doing too much without doing enough. Canceling fucking Mother's Day. It's a done deal. Cancel. Walk up on your women's. Tell your mama Mother's Day is canceled. And if she asks why, be like, well, remember when I was in 6th grade and, you beat my ass for nothing because you was mad at your boyfriend? Like, whatever. But there's some point in your life you got to hold them accountable for the shit that they did. They need to hear. And you ain't got to be disrespectful, but it can be a conversation. But some mothers don't want to hear that shit. Some mothers will kick you out their fucking house. It is what it is. It's hard to hear. It's hard to stand in that shit. But then you have some mothers who listen, take it all in. And some kids cannot get past it. Some things affect them to the degree where they want no contact. It is what it is. It is what it is. It happens. So I say we are the creators of life. But that life that you created can choose to not fucking be around your ass for the rest of their life. But this came to me because of the foster care system. The failed foster care system. The fake children's defense fund that's been going on for years. It's been enacted for years. But ain't been defending the motherfucking kids. They ain't been defending no children on my watch. I've been here 40 years since. Foster care system is still packed and full. You know, mothers just still get allowed to throw them away. They still deleting them, throwing them in trash bags and shit like that. It's similar. Well, shit. They all half naked. Yeah. You know, mothers, we allow everything. We allow it all. You know, and it's like, no, you can wear what you want. Nobody should look at you like a slut. No, there has always been a goddamn level of how you look that's going to cause you to be perceived a certain kind of way. You know, you cannot come outside all half naked. We call them pum pum shorts. Yeah, get out with your pum pum shorts. She a dirty girl. Yeah. You know, but now even the good girls want to be dirty girls. So it is what it is. There's no separating, putting a line in between on what's okay and what's inappropriate, especially with our little girls. So I got to check you grown bitches because y'all are inappropriate and it's wiggling down to the damn girls. This is going to be the next generation of fucking Plan B, throwing the babies in the trash. It's already started. Showed y'all that. So who is responsible? The boys. Mom, we're still not educating. Child. So you have a lot of mothers like that. She didn't hit me. She didn't hit me, but. She didn't hit me, but. She didn't hit me, but. Something else happened. ... Always says something negative. Was never positive. Allowed the boyfriends to come in and essay. Depriving of food. But you see the pictures, right? You wouldn't think anything was going on. We're smiling. I'm with my mom. Love my mom. Love my mom. Right? But she calls me a bitch any kind of time she can get, you know? This is how some of these children are enduring their parent. It is traumatizing. But when you come up in that, you don't know it's wrong. You don't know it's wrong. Till you go to school and you calling people bitches and acting a fool. And they like, well, what's wrong with you? And mama ain't going to say, you know, it's me. I talk to him like that. So that's why they talk like that. It's crazy. It's not crazy. It's happening. And I have to expose it. I have to make you guys aware. And when you come across one of these bitches, say something for the sake of the children. For the sake of the children. 40 years. They grow up.
My mama listens, but she don't hear.
Okay. Give me an example.
Please. Like, I told her, like, hey, Mom, I got violated and stuff like that. In January.
I'm so sorry.
And she lit a cigarette and was like, okay. And then she didn't say nothing, and I got up and I walked off.
What was going through your mind in that moment?
I was molested when I was younger. This is a triggering conversation for me. One thing I will not do is sit here and be ridiculed by my own child who knows I will go to the ends of the earth for you. You know it.
Mama,
no,
I didn't
listen.
Say, no,
you said you didn't say your piece. Now listen to me. And the reasons why I didn't say nothing, because you know this already. If you felt like you needed more help, I'm not the one to help you with it, because I ain't done with my own healing. And you know this. This is not something I hear from you. So if you needed that healing, what you should have did was got yourself some doggone professional help or reached out to me and said, I need professional help. So how the hell am I supposed to help you if I can't help myself?
When the truth comes out. How can I help you when I can't help myself? How can I educate you when I'm not educated myself? Like, it all kind of plays in together. That was horrible. That was horrible to watch. You know how many young girls is going through that shit? They go to their mama and say, yo, nigga, touch me. Somebody touch me. Uncle touch me. Brother touch me. Grandpa touch me. Somebody did something. And they so fucking triggered, they can't do nothing. You know, I would go to the ends of the earth. How many times y'all hear that out of my mouth? I'll go to the ends of the earth for my kids. And yeah, I did this for my kids. And I did. Bitch, I'm in foster care because we was stealing. We was stealing clothes, stealing a whole bunch of shit. Packed up the shopping cart and the kids with all kind of stuff, and you get caught. Irrational and out of control, ladies. Irrational and out of fucking control. But when somebody tell you, you're mad that they pointing it out. Accountability, it does feel like an attack when one is not ready to acknowledge their behavior, especially when it affects somebody fucking else, like your children. And it affects them. They grow up. I know a lot of grown adults who have been affected by neglectful parents. I know some people say I might have been better off in fucking foster care. That's some shit to say. Cancel Mother's Day. Told y'all last year y'all bitches failed. Got a failed fucking report card. Probably this time last year. Yeah. Gotta do better. Y'all gotta do better. Y'all think y'all doing a good job. You're not. You're not doing a good job on the frontal or the makeup or the fucking nails or your fucking car. Do better with your children. That's where it matters. And the first step is to make sure they have a relationship with their father. Fuck your feelings. I know it hurts. I know it fucking hurts. But those children are going to fucking hurt later. Mothers think they're enough. You think you're enough. I was not enough for these kids. I would have probably drove them crazy with my fucking trauma. This is the realness that we need to accept. Because all that lady worried about was her fucking trauma. Did she even hear that her baby was fucking assaulted? Did she even hear that? And if you said you needed some help, then I got you some fucking counseling. Here's a tissue, bitch. Because I was molested when I was a kid. It ain't about you. It ain't about you no more. And if you knew you was that fucking traumatized, don't have no goddamn kids. They ain't do it. They ain't do it. Then don't have fucking kids. You're traumatizing your fucking children, and then they are having children, and they're traumatizing their fucking children. It's amazing. Overdosed in selfishness. That's why y'all can't keep a fucking man. You can't keep a fucking man. Even Halle Berry can't keep a fucking man. Question. What's your opinion on the neglectful mother's friends? Them bitches. They need to go to jail for lack of mandated reporting. If you really want to know my opinion, they will tell her kids to give mom another chance, do it all over again, and all that. Or they'll even co-sign the mama. Oh, no, don't be mad at your mother. That's your mother. You know your mother had to do. You know how your mother is. Excuses. The shit will not excuse your behavior. But I think this Christian mentality of do all the fucking sin you want, and then you can just, claim Jesus as your savior, and all your sins will be forgiven. They wait for that shit. Our black women really believe that shit wholeheartedly. And it's sad because our children are fucking suffering for your sin. The drugs, the whoring, allowing niggas in the fucking house. Like, it's still repeating from when I was a little fucking girl. So when I'm screaming at y'all about it, be mad at you, bitch. Be mad at your friends for allowing that shit. You just asked about the friends. They bitches too. Misery loves fucking company. I don't take care of my fucking kids, so I'm going to co-sign with a bitch who ain't taking care of her kids either. This shit is real. These bitches is going on cruises and trips and leaving their babies in playpens to fucking die, y'all. I did a whole show about filicide. It's real. It's going down. The kids are killing the parents is killing the babies. And the kids is killing because you took their electronic away. Do you know kids are addicted to the electronics? You stupid fools. Take them shits away. If you have little people, they shouldn't have them. 1112. If you got little people, take them away. Take them away and see how they act. If they act the fool, your child is addicted. You might need to work on that. We had to detox twice. I said, yeah, you know, after the second time, we taking it the whole way. Damn near a year. Now it's regulated. Have a whole app on the phone. The shit cuts off however I'd leave it. If I put it for an hour, half an hour, 2 hours, whatever, I decide. And now that that child is aware of that, you know, you don't control shit no more. I don't know what you thought. You thought we was 20 years old. Yeah. We still got boundaries and expectations and standards over here. So parents do get lazy after you add on 2, 3, 4 kids. You've been doing it 15 years and now we clocked another one in. Now you got the biggest kid raising the little kid and all of that. Y'all are fucking up. Totally ruin it for the kids who are taking care of their siblings like they're their children. You're ruining it for them. You're making them not want to be a parent. A lot of our young kids, the girls, the boys too, they like, yeah, nah, I don't want to do that. I had to take care of my brothers and sisters. I don't want no kids. If you can't feed your baby, then don't have a baby. If you can't feed your baby, then don't have a baby. You leaving them out for the dingo to eat your baby. The dingo ate your baby. Okay. You got some mothers who will rip a damn pit bull off their baby. It's levels to this mother shit. All of y'all ain't good. And I'll tell you a bad fucking mother. I will tell you. They probably out at dinner right now. Buddha. Where they kids at though? Where the fucking kids at? Watch who you leave your children with. So you to go have fun and get some dick in your mouth. Watch who you leave your children with. Okay? You want to take on that extra shift? Watch who you leave your children with. I gotta scare you. Because they're fucking scared when somebody creeping in their fucking room. Or making them come in the back room. It's real out here. They're playing with these kids. And when they come and tell you somebody did something to them, y'all not handling it. For y'all to still be ignoring the secrets in the closet and all this stuff happening with these babies. Selfish. And I'm about tired of you bitches. Cancel Mother's Day. Tell your mama, go to your mama, call her, any woman you come across, and just mention it. You know, we canceling Mother's Day. See what happens. See how the conversation. I'm going to do it. I might start recording. I said it today when I came home from the store. I said I should have recorded today because there was quite a few people in the store smiling. You know, I always get them to smile at me and all that. So it's nothing for me to have a conversation with strangers in the street. Let me get my questions together because, you know, I am a woman and I will be all over the fucking place. So I need a list. Questions right in front of me. I know what I'm going to ask. So I don't be, I'll dig in their childhood, ask the child, be going all over the place. We're not going to do that. But we canceling Mother's Day. I hate some of these bitches. This is Tanya McGowan.
Action News Jack's newsroom. We have a picture of a woman accused of abusing her baby before the baby died. Tania McGowan is now facing felony charges for child neglect and child abuse after her 5-month-old baby died.
Investigators say she was caught on camera abusing that baby boy just days prior to the boy's death. Action News Jack's Logan McDonald is live in the studio now. Logan, you had a chance to look through this arrest report. We understand this victim seemed extremely malnourished, right?
Yeah, that's correct. And the word used to describe it in the arrest report was emaciated, which means very thin from a lack of nutrition or illness. The arrest report also says JSO officers found the baby's stomach was caved in and its ribs protruding. The woman charged in this case is 23-year-old Tanaya McGowan, and I have the copy of her arrest report right here in my hands. We're about to read parts of it for you, so we'd like to warn you, it's very graphic and some viewers.
Yeah, you don't want to hear that. I'm trying to hold it together just listening to that again, and I know the story all too well. I checked this girl out on social media. Like, social media is killing some of these women. Women, ladies, y'all are so easily influenced. Stop being so easily influenced. It is truly a fucking shame. Because all she wanted to do is do fucking TikToks and be cute and sexy and show her butt and do all the butt stuff. That shit is making y'all stupid as hell, neglectful as hell, and your kids need to be taken away because they're not getting any time. They're about not being nourished at all. They're turning them into zombies. You're grooming them. You're allowing for predators to get them. It's horrible. Y'all are doing it, but I'm wrong for saying it. I'm judging for saying it. Fuck you. Fuck you and your mama too. Mother's Day is canceled. How about that? If I had a dick, I'd tell you to suck it, but I don't. But I'm tired. And I'm going to start getting in their comments. And if I knew their real names and shit, I'd be trying to do a little bit. But, I am a mother and a wife and I'm an educator. So I don't have a whole bunch of time for that shit. I just try to check them, let them know we got some resources out here to do some course correction for their parenting. Because the way I see you're going right now, your children are going to be out on the street. It's going to be a fucking problem. So, I hope it gets better. God bless you. But they don't like that shit. But if I came in the inbox on some bitch diss and acted a fool, maybe I'm gonna try that and I'm gonna screenshot it. We're gonna try a little test out and see how this happens. See if I get a different response. Just rules. Stories of modern day child sacrifices all over the news. Can't stomach any of it. Even if it ain't a sacrifice, it's pure neglect. Like you said, it's the selfishness, their big ass egos, and they, again, it's a honeymoon phase that mothers go through. They call it postpartum. Women have been using that shit as a clutch forever. So easy to say I'm depressed. It's so easy. It's so easy to be a fucking victim, ladies. I'm about tired of y'all. Y'all all should have grew up with some older brothers that taught you to fucking fight with them, all of that. Because y'all are just way too much. It's way too much victim for me.
Really am. You're a victim. There we go, CSI.
You want a parade for giving birth, but then you're a victim after. It's amazing. And that clutch of, and I'm not going to take it away for the people who actually go through postpartum. But if the knowledge, this is where the knowledge comes in. The knowledge of what your body is going to go through. You know how many women get doulas and have the whole family around them in this time of journey? Because it is an extreme journey that your body goes through, your mind, all of it, the challenges of it all. So this is where the knowledge comes in. The knowledge of self. And what's going to happen to your body to prepare, because everything is for preparation and your body is meant to do it. Y'all said it. Y'all strong. Your body is meant to do this shit. Okay. So do it with the right mindset, because your bodies can heal quickly. Okay. The breastfeeding, all of that stuff helps. Mindset, eating. But you think they're learning that? Hell no. Nope. But we'll be like, get me those Takis and get me this, order me that, DoorDash like a motherfucker, putting all kind of horrible shit in your body. How you think your body gonna respond to that? Y'all foolish walking around here. Go to school, learn about nutrition, early childhood education, especially if you plan on having some goddamn kids. It should be mandatory if you ask me. And it still might not help some of you motherfuckers because you go to the doctor, you go to WIC, you go to Planned Parenthood, and they give you an abundance of pamphlets. They have an amazing amount of classes and shit. You sign up for it? Huh? Because I was young and poor and I had my kids and I got the WIC and they had all them programs and I was like, yes, baby, look, they got this. I'm going. I'm taking the kids, I'm getting this breastfeeding class, all of that. Y'all ain't taking advantages of the provisions and privileges set in play for you. So cancel Mother's Day. I'm about tired of you bitches. Cancel that shit. Most of y'all don't fucking deserve it. I'll ask your children. Now let me ask your children. But what happens in this house stays in this house type shit. It's still happening. You heard the young lady trying to tell her mama she got SA'd. All mama thought about was her fucking self and her trauma that happened 50 years ago. It ain't about you, mama. It ain't about you, mama. The fuck? Shit don't make no sense. Y'all keep hurting these girls and I gotta fucking build them up. You know not what you do, but somebody's telling you and you're still not making no changes. You're still being foolish. Parading around with niggas you don't even fucking know. Y'all be doing too much. Doing too much. You putting your children in jeopardy. You don't know that nigga eating and smiling all up in his fucking face. Where your babies at? Where your babies at, bitch? The fuck? Shit don't make no sense. Y'all eat too fucking much. Every time you turn on the fucking camera, y'all eating. Cancel fucking Mother's Day. Careless bitches. Careless. I said it. I knew too many. My mother's foster mother was a careless bitch. I said it, Mom. Sorry. I said it. And let me tell you, I was a little girl and I knew something about this lady and my mother would be loving her. Oh, mama, we go visit and everything's cool, blah, 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 blah. And then I get older and find out the kind of bitch she was. Girl, child, I can't do it. I can't do that. And I felt it. That's the crazy shit is I felt it off of her. And I'm like, ooh, all them years, I knew she was an insidious bitch. But it's still love there, right? She took me in, right? And all of this. Nah, fuck that. On her watch, your ass got hurt. On her watch, she didn't fucking care for you properly. We 60 years fucking later and y'all still doing it. My mama learned her lesson. She was 17 with 3 babies. She did the best she can. Now you bitches with y'all young shit. I was young. 20 what? 20 what? 20 what? Young is 15 having a baby. Young is being married at 16 having a baby. Young is 17 having a baby. 20? In my book, in my opinion, I don't think it's that young. I don't think it's that young. It's kind of almost middle age. Just saying. Your reproductive system at 30 starts to go down. 10% starts to deplete. Okay. 5 years after 30, you're in geriatric pregnancy. These types of things need to be a reality of knowledge for our young girls, not just like a talking point. You guys are just talking. I know women. Ruth had a baby at 70. Bitch, you ain't Ruth. All this processed food and shit. Your reproductive system is all fucked up. And you don't even know. Y'all don't know. Men know more about your fucking bodies than y'all do. Ask me why. Okay. They know way more about you than you think. The shit is amazing. Spot on. We canceling Mother's Day this year. I'm about tired of y'all. Because this is where we at.
Like, I'm gonna try my hardest. So, because they said I have like 2 months left, and they said it takes so many days for everything to come out of your system. So if I go to the hospital, have the baby, they say if I still have that fentanyl in my system, that they could take the child from my arms, and I can legally be hit with it's like child neglect, and then they'll take me to jail. But they say that if I was
OMG. Now, again, both kids in school, so it's always somebody on drugs, right? They gotta fuck to take care of their habits, so it's always a whole bunch of babies being born. Oh, they're young. This is a couple. These are conscious human beings. There's a baby in her belly, and she's still. What's she doing? Did she say fentanyl? She said fentanyl. Fentanyl. You know, and you worried about them taking your fucking baby because you got it in your system. You killing the baby, bitch. Are you kidding me? She should be in jail for that. The baby is addicted to fentanyl. Oh my God. And anything else you put in your fucking body. I cannot take the stupidity and the comments in that shit. The women. Y'all parade this shit. Oh my God, where are they at? Can I have the baby? Everybody wants the fucking baby. Do you know the withdrawal that baby is going to go through if the baby survives? Y'all can't be this dumb. We cannot be this stupid. Cancel fucking Mother's Day. And we live in Baltimore. They all pregnant around here. They all pregnant around here.
God damn it. You can't make
On all kinds of drugs. On all kinds of drugs. Ain't no help. Where's the Children's Defense Fund, motherfuckers? Where's the Children's Defense Fund? That's $7 million. That's $7 million. Who defending the kids? Who defending the kids, man? Where are they protected? They're not even protected in the fucking womb because y'all don't even want to eat right. You give it drugs. You let all kinds of other men that ain't even the seed maker up in there. You care about that kid because the lack of care shows before the child even is here. Okay, before it takes its first fucking breath. We know it's good mothers out there. Yeah. We know. I'm one. We know a lot of them. But we're talking about the bad ones, and we're going to stay on fucking point with it. That's horrible. That young couple, right? But we're so empathetic. Oh my God, I wonder what happened. There was some trauma. She probably got molested and he has this and that. No, that baby is dying in her womb. There's more. She has more children. So this is not the first baby.
like
It's a goddamn shame. I'm at a point. I don't empathize. I have no fucking empathy. You done spoiled twice, bitch. You done spoiled twice. All the excuses in the world will not excuse the behavior. I'm getting tired of y'all. Y'all can make all the fucking excuses you want for her. Fuck that. I care about that baby in her belly. And this foolish man she got sitting next to her. Because he know damn well if neither one of them fucking clean, they gonna take that baby. And ain't neither one of them got any discipline or will to stop doing what they doing. Ain't that... Well, maybe it is that much trauma in the fucking world. And if you're that goddamn traumatized, go get sterilized. You shouldn't be able to reproduce. Because if you can't feed your fucking baby, don't have a baby. And they know they can't feed this baby. Oh, we wanted this one. You know, I got two that I don't have. And this is the boy we wanted. And I just don't want to lose him. And I don't fucking empathize with you at all. At all. I don't feel sorry for them at all. I don't. Where the fuck is y'all's mamas at? Huh, boy? Huh, girl? Where the fuck is y'all mama at? Neither one of y'all got a mama? Neither one of y'all got a mama that would step up and take these babies? Because in my day, grandmothers was raising them damn kids because mothers were not there. The fuck? Status of the children in the 1980s, 55.4. Single mother-led homes.
With Michelle at 4:30. Stop.
Mom.
At 4:30.
Mom.
What?
Are you tricking tonight? Are you tricking tonight?
No, I'm not.
I want to watch a movie since you're not tricking tonight.
Like a lot of you motherfuckers. You go back in your past and you know your mama was a rotten bitch. Okay? And you make up all these things about how good she was, how nice she was. She wasn't there because she was at school bettering her life. She wasn't there because she didn't give a fuck. She wanted to be with everybody but you.
A lot of adults hurt from the foolishness of their fucking mothers. And the finger will always get pointed at the fucking father. Now y'all gotta sit in this shit. Y'all gotta sit in this shit, man. Grow some ovaries, put your big girl panties on. Tell your girls they have a fucking vagina, okay? And that it's not a poo-poo or a fucking twat. Knowledge is power. And you have not been sharing the fucking knowledge. Y'all going and getting all these degrees, but you're still leaving your daughters stupid as hell. Not able to keep their legs closed. Irrational and out of fucking control. But they 100. They the shit with all their frontals and their fucking eyelashes and all their titties in the motherfucking screen. They gonna come if you put the titties in the screen. They gonna come if you put the titties in the screen, baby. I like it. I love it. Yeah. Chomp. I know what it is. I grew up with a whole bunch of boys. Listen, I ain't even mad at you. So the ladies is foolish. You're fucking foolish. You control the access. You control the access. Have some boundaries. Have some standards. And watch who you give access to. Because if it was the sorry nigga that put that seed in you, what the fuck that make you? If he this, that, and everything else, he a bum, he a sucker, he a chump. You had his baby, bitch. You had his baby. Take that, sit in that. Sit in that. Now what? Now what? What will you say with this child when they're fucking 10 and 12 and 15 and 20? What are you going to say? It's going to be a conversation. I bet you. Rewind this back in 10 fucking years, bitch. It's going to be a conversation. Don't play with them kids. They grow up and they smarter than you. Okay? That's how it's supposed to be. They're supposed to be better than us. It's your job to make sure that happens. Y'all been failing. You've been failing. I'm going to put the link to that fucking episode. Nah. Mom, are you tricking tonight? Wow. Yeah, a lot of kids hear that. They know exactly what it means. They know what their mama is doing. So the boys that are growing up like that now, yeah, there were boys growing up like that when I was growing up. They're grown men now. Can you imagine their mindsets? The trauma that fucking caused for them? That their mama was a goddamn whore and they know it now. You know, as they got older, they didn't know what the fuck was going on. Now they know.
Your mother was a whore. My mother was a whore.
Your whore mother.
That shit will come back and bite you in your ass. I'm just saying. It's a lot of self-reflecting. I'm 47. My mother's only 17 years older than me, and I'm the baby of 3. So there's a lot of self-reflection. It's a lot of conversations of, Ma, if you would have did this, I probably would look at you different. Like, you know, if this was that, and because y'all are wild out here. My father wasn't shit. But you wouldn't know that coming from her. I got to see it. I saw it. I knew it. Didn't take her saying, you know your daddy ain't shit, huh? You know your daddy ain't shit. Nah. I got to see him sleeping in the Staten Island ferry with my friends. 12, 13 years old. Yeah. I wasn't embarrassed at all, you know. They was aware of his situation. I was always a transparent child, you know. And I knew it was the possibility, you know, homeless, sleeping on the Staten Island ferry. Yeah, it was unique. But I grew through that. I understand his life now. There's forgiveness there. There's love that grew there. But it was hard. I was tough. Oh, I was tough. But I thank my husband all the time because he had me reflect. Like, I don't have neither parent. At least yours is alive. You can at least, you know, find out his side or, you know, give him a chance. I can tell that he loves you. He may not have no money, but I can tell he loves his kids, you know, and that's reflecting with him was pretty much, I didn't know who my father was. So I just wanted my kids to know who I am at least, you know, but a lot of men, you know, being born in those years, 50s, 40s, they grew up. If you don't have no money, you don't need to be around. So that was his mentality, you know, and I understood that, you know, respectfully, rest in peace, Pops. All is forgiven. I'm glad that comedy and transcend, you know, to the point where it broke up my marriage. You know, it definitely conflicted with my upbringing. Absolutely. Absolutely. There was some abandonment issues, you know, I can go on, you know, but just seeking therapy, being open and discussing things with other family members, you know, my husband, my mother, you know, and it made it a little bit more clear, you know, true understanding has forgiveness in there. So I'm all for that. Just rules. Truth hurts. Absolutely. Medicine don't taste all that good, but still it's healthy for life. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, but you know, the medicine has been so sugar coated and washed down, right? Because our kids get all kind of flavor medicine now. They got grape and, you know, cherry and all this other shit. Now, we was coming up now, that shit was nasty. Buckley, just straight castor oil, any of those oils, just bland with no taste. Like, yeah, no. So it's been sugar coated. Not over here, though. This is fucking Shame Sunday. I hold true to that. Alex chimed in. Yep. You got to be tough. The world in life is hard. Absolutely. You do have to be tough. You do have to be tough. You have to be tough with your kids, too. That tough love. If y'all know Judge Mathis, you know the tough love is something they need. You need to be tough with them, but they need an abundance of love. And that is care and consideration. Conversation is very important. The more you conversate with them, the better they'll learn to communicate. These kids don't know how to communicate. Did y'all see those videos? These are grown people. They can't even have a conversation with their mama about their trauma, the screaming. That is children. It's like a 4-year-old having a fit, transcending in an adult. So when we say some women act like children, you act like children. Grow up. You can't be more of a child than your fucking child. Your child should not be considering you more than you consider them. It's a damn shame. But again, the privileges and the provisions are set in play, and we know how to use them. Master manipulators, ladies. Yeah, you ain't fooling nobody. Margaret Sanger. She's one of the beginners and the founders of that Planned Parenthood and eugenics. Well, she's the face of the Planned Parenthood, but most people don't really dig too much into the eugenics. So if you haven't heard of that, please Google it, check it out, inform yourself about the agenda, you know, and all the propaganda going on. Everything is all set in play. And, you know, we're falling right into their traps because we're so easily influenced. You know, you take the man out the house, you leave the women to their irrational and out of control fucking behaviors. This is where we are. This is where we are. Because I am not going to lie to you. I ain't had no fucking daddy. And if I didn't have my husband here, I probably would have been an irrational, out of control, grown ass woman. Because there's plenty of times when I tell them, I feel it in my body. Nigga, I feel out of control. I feel it. I'm just making you aware, just preparing you. I don't know what's going to happen. But that consciousness is there, you know? And that's one thing I appreciate now. Looking back, I was neglected for not having glasses. I was a blind little kid, let me tell you. But 11 years of that blindness opened up a lot of other senses, brothers and sisters. Let me tell you. Because I found my husband in a dark nightclub. It was, the light was shining. It was like essence and energy floating all around him, child. I was mesmerized. 26 years later. The fuck? That was intentional. Word. I'm just saying. Everything you do, mothers, will affect your children, whether it's in a good or a negative way. But we prefer to not affect them in a negative way. And when they go through it, you know they went through it. You was there, bitch. You was there. Stop denying everything. That's the worst part. Grow up. Hold yourself accountable for your shit. The good, the bad, and the ugly. So again, y'all check out this critter.
Mrs. Margaret Slee, president of America's Planned Parenthood Federation, maintains that European women should stop having babies for the next 10 years.
Don't you think such a theory, such a radical theory, is antisocial?
On the contrary, it seems to me that it is more practical and humane.
What about the women who want babies now and in 10 years will not be able to have babies? Rather impracticable, don't you think?
Oh, John, you do ask hard questions. I should think that instead of being impractical, it is really very practical and intelligent and humane.
But Mrs. Slee, in this country, having babies is the only thing left which is both unrationed and untaxed. Do you think we really ought to stop?
Well, I suppose a subject like that is really so personal that it's entirely up to the parents to decide. But from my view, I believe that there should be no more babies.
Child, that bitch was crazy. That bitch done started a whole bunch of shit, and these women running around have no clue of the agenda that they are in. No fucking clue. The more education you give our girls, the more knowledgeable they will be, the better fucking decisions they will make. Y'all don't want to talk about sex, but y'all want to give your pussy to any and every goddamn body, but you don't want to talk to your daughter about it. I wonder why. You're afraid she's going to go out there and do that? She will not. Because you prepared her and gave her all the tools possible. So us repeating cycles of not being informed by our mothers is something that has happened. I've questioned many a women, and to hear it and still be happening. We have 16-year-olds and 19-year-olds, and we have mothers afraid to have these fucking conversations until something happens to your daughter. We got to do better. 5, 6, 7. You want to know how? I did plenty of fucking videos. Go over and look at them. And if you want to know specifically, hit me up in my inbox. I will send those specific videos to you. It's very important to educate them. Because the school ain't giving it. That sex ed they give you once or twice in high school. Fuck that. This shit ain't nothing. They don't send y'all home with the babies no more, with the eggs. They don't pair y'all up to be husband and wife and plan a budget. They don't do none of that no more. They actually did that when we were growing up. They actually did that when we were in school. Taught a lot. And still going to go out there and be foolish. That's the thing. They're human. They're going to go out there and be foolish. But give them all of the information. Give them the proper food to nourish their body. Because that rotten shit you're putting in your body, it is rottening up your reproductive system. Ladies, if you didn't know, you better ask some fucking body. You better open your motherfucking mouth when you get to that OBGYN and ask some questions. Stop doing like the men, just getting up on that table and opening up your legs and letting that doctor put that thing in there and pull it back out, swab it, and y'all get it to leave. What you want to know is if your tests came back good. Did your STDs come back clear? Oh, is the HPV thing came back clear? Ask some questions. You know, there's hormonal fluctuations and such. You know, you can count your eggs. You want to wait? Count them. Check on them. Make sure that you are good. You don't want to wait until you're 32 and now you got a husband and you want to have a baby and you can't, and you got to spend $10,000 a pop on IVF. Bitch, check on your fucking ovaries. Ask for the test. Google it. Y'all killing me. Google it. Ain't no more fucking excuses. No excuses. Tired of y'all. Grow up. Pick up a book, especially about the woman reproductive system. This is something that you need to teach your fucking daughters. You don't need to be an OBGYN to teach this to your daughters. Do it. And if you got sons, do it with them too. Teach them. Because this is getting ridiculous. Because we are the kind of families that got to take care of your fucking kids. We are the ones that have to motivate and inspire and uplift and rebuild your fucking children. Don't get me wrong. We love it. We've been put in this place to do it. Proud to do it. But your ass need to be held accountable for what you fucking created. Okay? You're so proud to have given birth. You created a disaster too. How about that, bitch? And y'all need to listen to something real quick. Listen to this, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's what I grew up with. No fairy tales. Ain't no man coming up on no horse to save you. Thank you, Ma. Shout out to Anita Baker. I was throwing some messages, man. I don't know if he was listening. If my generation was listening, it was our duty to teach it. My kids grew up with no pain, no gain. You stay around here. Music was very pivotal in a lot of lessons. Shout out to Michael Jackson. You can't feed your baby, don't have a... Damn shame. I hope it gets better. Tap a mother on her shoulder and tell her, do better. You know somebody who need the message? My message comes off really fucking hard, but the shit is out of love. And it's advocating for the children who cannot speak up for themselves. Because they're not. They're not. And the children flooding our systems, foster care systems, DCF, sometimes they live in these corporate buildings. They make some of the floors out for these children to stay because there's no homes for them. Where the fuck is the Children's Defense Fund? Find out. Somebody do the research. Let me know what you find. That's a lot of money, and it ain't going to our kids. It's definitely ain't going to the schools or the teachers. It's not helping. More uniforms, more bullshit. It's not helping, man. Kids are not doing good. Future's looking bleak. We got to do better. We got to do better. It's the time, y'all. Mother's Day is fucking canceled. Tell a woman to tell a woman to tell another mother to tell another mother. Make it make sense. Shout out to you, brother. Pulling up and popping in. Mother's Day is fucking canceled. I said it. Ladies don't like when I say it. But we had a poll. 73, 72, 77. Shout out to 1977. They said it's canceled. So I'm going to keep pushing it. The good mothers don't care. We don't care. We don't care. You know, it's a duty and a responsibility. We're going to do it. We're going to do it whether the kids are grateful or not. It is what it is. And we still here. Shout out to all the foster homes who are truly genuine and caring and trying to rebuild these kids' lives from the failed parents they came from. Majority of the mothers, because there's a lot of men's children in foster care and they don't even know that they have a fucking child in foster care. Because mama don't know who the damn daddy is. Shit is real out here. And it's a shame that we still pushing this. Maury is damn near on his deathbed. The man's been here 30 years showing you that you ladies can't keep your legs closed and we don't know who the fucking daddy is. So who's really home? Who's really the dog? Who really is the cheater? I better stop pushing this dynamic that men are just the worst creatures on this planet You wouldn't have so much freedoms if it wasn't for them. Check your fucking self, because y'all are wrecking us right now. We are not the fucking same. Let me repeat that. We are not the same. I don't want to be included in your fucking reindeer party. Okay? Because this shit is shameful. Y'all go back and check that article I read. If you wasn't here, shout out to y'all who's popping in on the end. Please make sure you like and share the stream with somebody you think it would help do them some justice. Make sure you warn them that it is hard medicine that'll hopefully cause you to self-reflect and let it be a motivating force to do better, especially when it comes to your goddamn kids. Talk to them, spend time with them, because they grow up and they might not like your ass later and might not want no contact. Shit is real. Just because you give birth don't make you the best mother. Okay? Some of y'all don't even do it fucking naturally. Y'all don't like natural. Much natural of anything. We got to get back to the natural. Okay? I appreciate y'all pulling up and popping in. I am one half of He Said, She Said, Love and Abundance. Mrs.SheSaid, Shame Sunday. Shame is a painful feeling of humiliation and or distress caused by the consciousness of foolish and wrong behavior. Some internal shit. And if you ain't conscious, you don't know. So wake the fuck up, wise up, rise up. It's time to fucking lead. Ladies, grow some ovaries and be a good mother. Because all of y'all ain't good mothers and you don't fucking deserve all the accolades you demand. Ma, shout out to you. I appreciate you. Y'all have a good week. Y'all catch us back here Tuesday for Conscious Parenting. Get hooked on PCP. Y'all motherfuckers asleep. And the kids are suffering. Most of them don't know no math. Why don't you sit down and get your 4th grade math workbook and see if your kids in the 10th grade can do that shit. Let's do that. See what happens. See if you know your child. Cause y'all don't know y'all fucking kids. You won't spend no time with them. Them phones know them kids. Take it away from them and see how they act. Remind them they wouldn't have it if it wasn't for you. You pay the fucking bill. Y'all need to grow up. Toughen up. All right, I think I'm done. For real, I appreciate y'all. Have a good week. And do something kind for somebody besides yourself. For real, for real. Help an old person in need. Hug your kids. Do something strange to your husband. I'm just saying. Be attentive. All right, I gotta go. Finish yelling. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good week. If you have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Peace. See you next Sunday.
This message is for all of the people who said that they are so disappointed in me. They're disappointed that I'm not showing more grace. They're disappointed that this is my perspective. They can't believe that I'm being such a hater. This is for y'all. Listen and listen closely. I will always shame anything that does not empower, uplift, motivate, inspire, or encourage our community to be positive. I will always call out when someone is wrong and does not take accountability because it makes other people think that that type of behavior is acceptable. I will always draw attention to when people are doing things that will harm our children, harm our community, and continue to tear down the reputation of Black men and Black women. Always. So if it is disappointing to you that I have no problem saying I want better for us. So we need to stop giving our money, giving our time, and giving our attention to anything that does not make us better. Be disappointed, baby. And you might as well be prepared to continue to be disappointed in me, because I am standing 10 toes down on the fact that if you are not here to build up, improve, and be a part of the success of the Black community, please exit stage left. Okay, bye.
Wake up!
Shame. Bring back shame. You know what I'm saying? Bring it back. Shame plays a role. Shame is very necessary for a society to thrive. I promise you. Not only do we need to bring back shame, we need to bring back public
shame. 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 Shame.
Wake up!
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
Where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
BOS on the track.
You on the track.